The federal government announcing plans for Canada to shift away from fossil fuel-powered cars. The government will require all new vehicles to be zero emissions by the year 2030. Our Tina Yazdani was there for that announcement. Tina, so how are the Liberals planning to make this happen to meet their targets?
Well, Faiza, a lot to break down in this announcement. This is an ambitious plan that was announced here today to phase out the sale of gas vehicles, all of them, by 2035. So 20% of all sales in Canada must be electric vehicles by 2026. That goes up to 60% by 2030 and 100% of sales in Canada by 2035. This, of course, brings up many questions. One being, do we have the infrastructure in place to support this? Will there be enough charging stations across the country, including in rural communities? The government says it has made significant investments to expand charging stations, but also points out 80% of EV owners will build their own charging stations at home. And that leads to the next big question, affordability. The government claims EVs will reach price parity with gas vehicles by the late 2020s or early 2030s. I asked the minister about the impacts on low-income communities if that parity isn't reached.
So it's about the purchase of the cost, but it's also about the operating cost of owning a vehicle. And over a 10-year lifespan, Clean Energy Canada estimated that the savings for an average vehicle like the ones we have here, compared a gas-powered vehicle versus an electric vehicle, the savings are $30,000. And we know that as more electric vehicles come on the roads, the price are coming down. That's the trend we've seen, not just here, but all around the world.
And the government says transportation currently accounts for 22% of all greenhouse gas emissions in Canada. So this will help significantly with the impacts on that, as well as the impacts on health, on individuals who may suffer from asthma, elderly Canadians, as well as infants.